Let's talk about common misconceptions people have about evolution. Here are 4. Number 1. Evolution was first proposed by Charles Darwin. Number 2. Evolution is about the origins of life. Number 3. Evolution is only a theory. Number 4. Evolution is a random process. Remember, our goal is to get an accurate understanding of what the theory of evolution says, and then to evaluate it on its merits. It is not enough to simply learn the anti-evolution talking points so that we can out-argue others, and convince ourselves of what we already have decided is true. Humans are easy victims to motivated reasoning, where we use reason only when reasoning supports the things that we have already decided to believe. What's worse is standing up and then tearing down a straw man. Our intention is to use reason to understand the world. Of course, if we gain a real understanding of what evolution says and what it does not say, we still might reject it. But this rejection will be on its merits, rather than on our common biases. Penn said, if there's something you really want to believe, that's what you should question the most. So let's get into the 4 common ways where people might not have a correct understanding of evolution. Misunderstanding number 1. Evolution was first discovered by Charles Darwin. The idea of evolution came long before Charles Darwin. There are references to evolution in ancient Chinese, Greek, and Roman texts. One example is a Greek philosopher Anaximander, born around 610 BC. Then, in around 1800, the French naturalist Jean-Baptiste Lamarck proposed what is recognized as the first fully formed theory of evolution. Lamarck proposed the idea that animals developed and passed on their traits, either by using or not using certain organs. For instance, the giraffe got its long neck by always stretching it to get the highest leaves. Even Charles Darwin's grandfather, physician and poet Erasmus Darwin, had toyed with the notion of evolution. Charles Darwin was a meticulous experimenter and collector of data, and it's these skills that helped him make a profound contribution to evolutionary science. Charles spent his life diligently collecting data and building out his theory. Carl Sagan wrote that science exacts a substantial entry fee in effort and tedium in exchange for its insights. Erasmus was unwilling to ante up. His son Charles would pay those dues. So apart from literal biblical creationists, the question, is there evolution, was not new. Rather, the mystery was, what is driving evolution? Answering this question was Charles' contribution. Note that another naturalist, Alfred Wallace, who was a contemporary of Darwin's, came up with the same idea independently of Darwin. Misunderstanding number 2. Evolution addresses the origins of life. Many attack the theory of evolution because they think that it claims that life was created from nothing. The argument is that something cannot come from nothing. But the theory of evolution tries to explain how life spreads and develops after it already exists, not how life began. So this criticism is a red herring. The question of whether something can come from nothing is not a question evolution attempts to answer. Of course, there are many theories about how life began. It is a question that has puzzled humanity throughout history. Perhaps there is a divine creator breathing life, or speaking life, or birthing life, forming life out of dust, or perhaps there was just a primordial soup. But we are getting away from the theory of evolution, and rejecting evolution because it can't explain the origins of life is not reasonable. Misunderstanding number 3. Evolution is a theory and not a fact. This is nuanced, as on the surface it makes no sense to say that something called a theory is actually not a theory. The confusion comes from the way the word theory is used in our common lives and how it is used in science. The two are very different. Remember that science is always considering the latest evidence. It is always, therefore, provisional. It is always open to being proven wrong. From a scientific perspective, every observation is only a theory. However, some theories are stronger than others. For instance, gravity is also referred to as a theory. Even though it is settled science that gravity is a thing, no one has ever been able to disprove gravity. Still, science will always leave room for someone to disprove gravity, and we will have to adjust our beliefs accordingly. Likewise, relativity is called the theory of relativity, even though relativity is also a settled science that has been verified many times. Germ theory also can be said to be only a theory, even though germ theory is the foundation of modern medicine. The theory of evolution is a theory in the same sense that these others are theories. And we can tell we are onto something, as the theory of evolution underlies many modern sciences. Microbiology, paleontology, genetics, DNA, earth sciences, biogeography, plate tectonics, molecular taxonomy, and others. As established as evolution gets, it is never fully complete and remains open to new information. We've gone through 3 common misunderstandings that people have about the theory of evolution. If you've found value in this video, please like and subscribe. Misunderstanding number 4, evolution is random. This is perhaps the biggest misunderstanding of all. We will discuss it in another video.